everyone.
Afternoon.
Joanna the Goose and
Tony the Gander.
Tony the Gander sounds like a cereal. So we have been wanting to make this video for almost a year now.
We finally assembled
We finally have
the Goose
assembled
Avengers.
the crew. So, in this video today, we would like to show you some of the different goose options and the differences between them, because we see so often people on the Porch Goose Club of America or the Porch Goose Lovers of the Carolinas or the other goose pages, people say, which goose should I get? Which is a better goose? And so we're not going to answer which is a better goose, because that's up to you. But we're going to...
There's no right answer.
There's no right answer.
The goose you love is the goose for you.
That's right. But we're going to go through some different options and show you what's available. So let's start with Gus.
All right. So Gus right here is a vacuum-filled plastic goose.
Yeah. Blow mold.
Blow mold, yeah.
Very common.
Very common. Where stores is he at usually?
So you can get the plastic geese a variety of places. You can get them at Polka Dots. I don't know if you know that. But you can also get them online, Amazon, Miles Kimball, various places. This is, I think this one was from Amazon. This one I received from my cousin Diane. She had it in her garage, and we got her a cement goose, and so she gave me the plastic goose for me to take to shows so we can show people that our outfits will fit.
Yeah. So these guys are about a half a pound. They're really light. Good thing is though, they're pretty robust. You can knock them around, you're not going to hurt them. They have a couple injection holes here and right there in the back, and they have a plug in them that you can take out to fill with sand. So you can fill them up so it gives a little bit more weight, so they're not going to get blown around as much on your front porch. Yeah,
if you don't fill these guys with sand, they will not last very long outside. They'll blow away.
They're going to blow away. They're going to fly away on you.
Yeah, rocks, sand, you need to fill them up to make sure that they stay in place.
Yeah.
So, we call this guy Gus. We haven't named this guy yet.
Nope.
These are our Greta's. These are our Gus. But that's the plastic one. Lots of people have the plastic version. With the plastic version, those Miles Kimball outfits, those Amazon outfits are going to fit. They're about 23 inches tall.
Like I said, if they do blow over, they're not going to break.
Right.
They might get a little scratched up.
Yeah.
Touch them up with a little spray paint.
You can paint these. I've never painted one, but you can paint one. I would imagine with the outdoor acrylic paints, just like we do the cement geese. So if the color starts to wear off and you want to refresh it, you can do that. All right.
So next up is our newest goose.
The Joanne Fabrics
This
goose.
is the Joanne Fabrics goose.
Yes.
A little heavier. They're coming in at about 6 pounds of weight.
Now, many people will tell you that these are made from cement. Are these made from cement?
No, these are not cement geese.
There may be a little cement in the mix, but it's a mixture of resin,
and
cement,
sand,
maybe plaster of Paris. It's not
a concrete goose.
It's not a concrete goose.
They are hollow. This is a good inside goose. I noticed when I got this one from the store, she is a bit banged up from shipping.
Which, if you go on the Porch Goose pages, I've seen from a lot of people. So much so that people are now talking about the variety of discounts you can get for the damaged geese, and I think some people are looking for damaged geese.
It's kind of the nature of the beast, of the material that it's made out of.
It's pretty fragile.
Pretty brittle is what I would say. It's a bit brittle. It's gonna, if you get moved around or dang it, it's gonna crack. It's gonna break. Patching it's not gonna be as easy because it's not a concrete goose. Yeah. Also, there isn't a hole in the base to
and
add.
it is hollow.
It is hollow. They are vacuum filled, much like the plastic geese. They're just made out of resin. So you really can't easily add more weight to it.
Right.
So
it is a beautiful, beautiful goose, though.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And I do know some people that keep them outside. With the weight and the breakage factor, we won't keep this guy outside.
First
He'll live
good
inside.
gust of wind, he's going to get knocked over, and he's just not as durable as the plastic goose.
Yeah. All right, so the rest that we have here are different varieties of concrete geese. So
these are solid concrete geese, all of them, made by hand.
65
This is 65 pounds. These are honkers. They're 65 pounds. This is a Canadian honker.
Canadian honker.
65 pounds.
30 pounds.
Our Gretas are 30 pounds. And
Grady.
Grady, the baby, comes in about 3 pounds.
Yeah. And we have brand new.
We have a new first look.
Teeny. I'm going to bring it right up to the screen.
Itty bitty.
Teeny tiny baby goose. So this guy, I just literally poured this morning for the first
Goose.
time. Little desk goose. So they'll be coming to our at Polka Dots where we sell and at our events soon. So the concrete geese. What are the benefits of the concrete geese?
They're heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That could also be a disadvantage, though.
Yes.
Some people don't like heavy. Some people don't want to lift heavy.
Again, you're going to get the goose that works best for you.
Right.
Okay. We're just here to educate you on what the pros and cons of each one are. Pick what works for you. Yeah. The Gretas, they're 30 pounds of concrete, solid concrete. There's no rebar on the neck. So they're not going to break, rust
from the inside
because that rebar corrodes, and that's what breaks up your geese and starts to make them crack in the neck. They're not going to get blown away. If you drop them from height, though, they're going to break.
Yeah. Concrete can absolutely break.
But the good thing about that is that we can patch concrete.
Yes.
We can patch it and we can fix it.
Yeah.
But like I said, mobility is not a problem because they're going to stay in one place.
Yeah. If you live in a colder climate, I've seen people say get ceramic geese. So that is really the one thing I would caution people against as far as geese. If you live in a cold climate, do not, for whatever reason, get a ceramic goose and put it outside. That thing is going to...
It's going to shatter.
Shatter into pieces by the end of your first season. Because ceramic is just not that durable in the temperatures like that.
The difference between something that is ceramic and concrete is ceramic, the way it's glazed and fired, the moisture that's inside that vessel doesn't transfer easily from the outside to the inside of the air. So it's not going to, if it gets hot, that's one thing, but if it drops below freezing, any moisture in that thing is going to freeze and it's going to crack it wide open. Where our concrete is going to be able to pass that moisture through the statue into the ground, and it's going to be fine.
So, to answer the question, what goose is the best goose? Let me quiz you. Sir, you're a classroom teacher. You want a goose that can move around easily. You want a goose that's going to not break when your second graders throw it on the floor. What goose would you get?
If I'm with small children in a classroom environment, I'm going to get a plastic goose. This would be my choice. But
okay. All right. Now, let's say you're a lady of a certain age living in a retirement community. Maybe you want an indoor-outdoor goose that you can move around easily. Fairly durable, beautiful. What would you choose?
If I'm moving around a lot, I'm going to bring it in at night or in bad weather.
Bring it in at night, yeah.
This is the goose. Yeah. Get the Joanne fabric goose. It's going to resist most weather. It's not going to break apart in the cold. I just wouldn't leave it outside overnight.
Overnight, maybe. But like if there's a storm.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
If you're cold, they're cold. All right. How about you live in Detroit?
Go
By
Lions.
the way, go Lions.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goose.
Goff.
Jared Goose. You live in Detroit and you want to leave the goose on your lawn. What goose would you get?
Well, I would go with a honker.
You go with a
I
honker.
would go with a honker.
Okay.
Because nothing says, "Hey, I'm proud of my goose."
Nothing says
than a big old goose.
a Midwestern middle-aged lady like a honker.
Like a honker. There you go.
Fun little story. How we got into geese to begin with is one day I was sitting there and I came to the realization that I was middle-aged and needed a porch goose. And when I shared this with my coworkers, they had no idea what I was talking about.
But we live in the South.
But we live in the South now. So even though we are Detroiters at heart, we live in the Carolinas.
Maybe a honker's a bit much for you. You don't want to deal with that. Because it's 65 pounds.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's a lot of goose.
That's a lot of goose.
Some people can't handle that much goose.
That's right.
Maybe get a Greta.
Get a Greta.
For your office situation, there are desk geese.
They are
available.
desk geese.
Yeah. Love it.
Well, yeah.
Do you have any other things you need to share about the different types of geese?
Don't feel like you need to get a goose to fit other people's narrative.
That's good advice.
If you have a goose that's passed down and you love it, good enough.
Oh, the passed down goose is
If you,
the best kind of goose. I know I said I wouldn't say what the best goose was.
Yeah.
But grandma's goose passed down.
Grandma's goose is the best goose.
Grandma's. Save your geese for your grandchildren.
But if you love your goose, just learn how to take the best care of it.
Yes. I think that's key.
And
knowing how to take care
and
of
that's
your goose.
all that matters.
Yeah.
Love your geese, and they'll love you.
There you go. I love it. All right, that's all for now. I hope that you found this video enlightening and you learned a little bit about the different types of geese. Stay tuned. We're going to do pretty soon another video about repairing.
Repairing and patching.
Not renovating. Restoring. Repairing. Restoring.
Because if you find an old goose, the safe way of how to get that goose looking brand new.
Yeah, that'll be in a forthcoming video. But thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Goodbye and good luck. I don't know.
All right.
I'm awkward now. Now it's awkward. I
Love
made it
you
weird.
guys.
Okay.
Have the best day.
All right. Bye, everybody.